So we know it already snowed 3 inches. It's currently snowing at 3/4 inches per hour. H is our hours, S is our snowfall in inches. We need to write an equation. Equations we do typically look like y equals mx plus b. Y is our output, or the range. M is our slope, or rate of change. X is our input, or the domain. B is the y-intercept, or initial value. So in our situation, we're looking for, our output would be the amount of snowfall, so that would be S. Our rate of change, keyword for this is typically per or each, and that would be our 3/4. 3/4 of an inch per hour. Hour is our input, that's our independent variable. And then, what did we start with? Our initial value is 3. So here's the equation we'll be using. Now, to find over time, we want to know when is it a total of 7 3/4 inches. That's our big question. There's a bunch of ways we could do it. One way would be a graph. So if we graph this, we start with our B, our beginning, our y-intercept. And come over here. Notice I put a break in the graph because I didn't want to draw out all those spaces. But then I did our initial value. At the start, at 0 time, there was 3 inches of snow. And then our 3/4 is our slope. Remember, that's y over x, or rise over run. So it's snowing an extra 3/4. So we'll go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and over 4. Alright, you can see I don't have graph paper here at home, so not super precise. That's my up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 4. So now our question is, where are we at 7 3/4 inches? At 7 3/4, it's about here. So it's maybe 6 hours, maybe a little higher than 6-ish. So 6-ish hours. So we can see if we can do it more precise. We could set up a table at 0 hours. There was 3 inches. 1 hour, there was 3 3/4, because every time we add 3/4 of an inch. 2, that would be 4.5. 3 hours would be 5.25. 4 hours would be 6 inches. At 5 hours, it would be 6 3/4. At 6 hours, it would be 7.5. So at 7 hours, we would be 8.25. So once again, we're somewhere between 6 and 7 hours. Probably closer to 6, but we're still left with somewhere in between here. So probably the most efficient way to solve it is going back to our equation. So we have S equals 3/4 H plus 3. We said we want to know, when is the snow 7 3/4 inches. So we substitute that in for our output, our S. So 3/4 H plus 3. To solve this equation, we need to get H alone. You need to subtract 3 from both sides. So that would be 4 3/4 is 3/4. We now need to divide by 3/4. So let's do our math for that. So we have 4 3/4 divided by 3/4. To convert this mixed number to an improper fraction, so do 4 times 4 plus 3. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19/4. divided by 3 over 4. We divide fractions, we keep, change division to multiplication, flip. It would be 4 over 3. Okay, so now we can do 19 times 4, 36. 4 times 1 and 4 plus 3 is 76. So we get 76 over 4 times 3 is 12. We could do some long division here. 76 divided by 12. 12 goes in 6 times. That's 72. We have 4 left over. So that would give us 6 and 4 twelfths. We can simplify this. So that'd be 6 1/3 hours in total. If you want to change that to minutes, we know 1/3 of there's 60 minutes per hour. 1/3 60 divided by 3 is 20, so 6 1/3 hours, or you could say 6 hours and 20 minutes. I'd love to hear if anybody got this, so tell me in the comments.